guys, it's Tiny Tanks here, and today we will be looking at questions 11 to 15 for the 2019 Intermediate Mathematical Challenge. So it's this paper here. And so the 11th question, so this question we have here, asks us what 3 to the power of 9 over 9 to the power of 3 is. So what we can do here is we can convert 9 to the power of 3 into 3 to the power of something. So because 3 is the square root of 9. Wait, that's square root of 9. So because it's kind of like square root is like so 3 needs, so the 3 over here needs to be multiplied by 2. So you get 6 here. So it's 3 to the power of 6. Wait, why is it there? 3 to the power of 9 over 3 to the power of 6, because that is equal to 9 to the power of 3. And so if you divide the powers minus, so 3 to the power of 9 minus 3 to the power of 6 divide equals 3 to the power of 9 minus 6, which equals to 3 to the power of 3. So the answer is 27, which is 3 to the power of 3. So the answer is C for question 11. For question 12, it says the game of Roram 2 is played on 4x4 board. So it starts with a counter here. So I hope you can see that. And so what this wants us to do is, it's basically, the question might seem very like loopy, but it's basically asking us how many ways could the counter land? So how many places could the counter land after 3 turns? So for example, 1, so that, or 2, or 3. So that would be a method. So this place, so because of that, so this would be a method. So that would be a place. So it's counting like how many places could there be in total after 3 turns. So what we do here is basically you can reflect this into any grid. Also, let's try doing it here first. So that's black. So that's the first move, and that's the second move. So through that line, and let's say the third move is still this line. So it becomes here. So let me mark the finishings in red. So that would be red. And so another method would be, so it's here, and then let's say, still reflect it in this line. So here, and then we can reflect it in that line, so it's there. And we can also reflect it through that line, let's say. So the black is here. So black would be here. And then let's say reflect it again here. And then let's reflect it here. So that would be a solution 2. So let me mark the solutions again. So that was one solution. And that was another solution. So after trying this, you can realize that because it's only 3 turns, so the places where you have the results have to be like this grid. So for example this, but it can't move to another grid because it's 3 turns, and it just, if it was 2 turns, it would have been able to do that, but because it's an odd number of turns, it changes to this grid. So if it was an even number, it would be a completely new grid. So let's draw a new one. Yes, so that would be, so let's get to our answer first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is C, or 8. But we could also do, if it was an even number of turns, it would be like, for example, it would be the opposite of that. So it would be like this, or something like this at least. Yeah, something like this grid. So the places would only be like possible for things here, or it might not be able to get to like these further points because like only 2 moves just restricts it. But yes, so I hope you get the point. You get what I'm trying to explain here. And for question 13, it says that Megan writes down a list of 5 numbers, and the mean of the first 3 numbers is -3, the mean of the first. So what I would do here is I would say, like, I'd actually do 5 places, and I'll write -3 for this, and 4, first 4 numbers, so that's 4. So if we have a mean of -3, that means these 3 numbers add up to so -3 times 3 is -9. So these 3 numbers add up to -9. So let's say that. And these 4 numbers add up to, let's say there, add up to, well, that's just messy. So let's say they add up to, yeah, that's better. So it would be basically like, so that would be 4 times 4, which equals to 16. So 16 minus -9. That would be, because 2 negatives make a positive. So that would be 25. So you put 25 in this spot. So wait, let me change the color. So you put 25 here. And then you know that the first 5 numbers. So what we do here is we do the same again. So first 5 numbers equals to -5. So -5 times 5 equals -25. And the first 4 numbers is 16. So -25 plus minus 16 actually. It would be -6. So -25 minus 16 would be, because -25 is the like sum of all five numbers. So we need to take away the sum of the first 4 numbers to get the last number. So -25 minus -16 equals to -41. So what we put here is -41. Let me change to another color. I don't know why these dots keep on appearing. Wait, something happened. So we have -41 here. negative. Why do these dots keep on appearing? So that would be negative 41. And so negative 41. So 25 minus negative 41 equals to 25 plus 41, which equals to 66. So the answer is A. So the answer for 13 is A. Question 13 is A. For question 14, this question isn't really that hard if you know where to look. So basically, you know that because it says an odd number and an even number, so the first two people are contrasting. So you know there has to be one among these two that is telling the truth, or one that is telling the lie. And same here, because it says a prime number or a square number, or it might actually be both people are speaking the truth. So it might be 2 or 3. A good way to start is by looking at not that line. That line, a prime number of us. So if you think of 4 prime numbers under 4, so there's only 2 and 3. So that's prime numbers under 4. And so there's only 2 or 3. But it says but if it's an odd number of us, always tells the truth. So prime numbers, a prime number. So let's say if it's 3, it also says odd number. So that means first person must be telling truth. So that means that there are 2 people telling the truth, and there can't be any more people because even isn't odd, and also a square 3 isn't a square number. But however, because it's only 2 people, so it's the third person and the first person, so it can't be odd because it's 2. 2 is not an odd number, so that won't work. So let's try 2 now. So 2 is an even number. So even number. So even number of people telling truth. And also, and so let's see if that is like the final. So the first person, an odd number, that's not true. So that is false. The second person, an even number of us. So that's correct. The third person must also be telling the truth because 2 is a prime number. But the fourth person, a square number of us, always tells the truth. That wouldn't be true because 2 or 3 isn't a square number, so that wouldn't be true. So the answer would be 2, which is C. So the answer is C. Yeah, 2. For the 5th question, this is quite a tricky question, as it asks you what this line is. So what you can't really see at first. So But what you basically do here is, wait, let me just draw the shape again. So let's see here. Excuse me for my bad drawing, but anyways, that's the main shape. What you really need to do here is you can add on this bit, which is the half of another triangle, and you can add on this half bit, which is the half of another triangle. So we'll get a square. We'll get a square after this. So yes, so that's this a rectangle. Sorry, I'm not knowing my shapes. But basically, if we want to solve, we need to solve the height, because what our plan here now is that because that we find this length of the rectangle. So it's that length. And also, why do I keep on erasing it? And also we find that height. And we use Pythagoras to solve this. So, because that use Pythagoras to find PR. So what we basically need to do to find out the height here is, because that's a half of a triangle, so that side must be 1. And so 1 times 1, and that's 2. So because each triangle is 2, each triangle's side is 2. So if you don't know what Pythagoras is, it's only used in right angle triangles, and it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and the c is usually just the longest slanting side, so that's c usually. So if we take this in, so a and b can be both, so you can switch them around, but I'll say that a is 1, so 1 plus something squared equals 4. So that equals to, so because something squared needs to be 3, so 4 minus 1 equals 3, which equals to something squared. So something equals to the square root of 3, if you can understand. So the square root of 3 is this height. So now we take that in, and that is 2, 2, 2, and that's 1, so it's 6, 7. So it's 7 squared, let's write it here. 7 squared plus the square root of 3 squared, which equals to, so that is just 3, because the square root is it's like the square root of 4 is 2, and so 2 squared becomes 4 again, so it's the same as the square root of 3. 2 becomes 3, so it's 49 plus 3 equals to the P equals to PR squared. So 52 equals to PR squared. So PR equals to the square root of 52. But as you can see, there isn't the square root of 52 in our answer, in our options. So we'll have to simplify the square root of 52. So the square root of 52. So how we simplify this is we look for square numbers that are in the square root. So for example, 52 can be separated as So it equals to 4 times the square root of 4 times 13. So because 4 times 13 is 52, so if you take 4 out, that becomes like the square root of 4, so it's 2, so which equals to 2, and that's the square root of 13. So the answer is A for question 15. And that's all we'll do today, and thank you for listening.